Subway is one of America's largest fast food chains. But for some reason, this sub-sandwich giant is getting suboptimal results. That's right, what was once a breath of fresh air in the unhealthy fast food chain is on the decline, only showing crumbs of its former self. In this video, we'll be detailing the interesting journey of Subway, from its rise to the golden age and its eventual downfall. Stick around and you may pick up a thing or two about how to handle your business. Or better yet, stay until the very end of the video to see how Subway has decided to dig itself out of this hole. Rise. Every hero has its origin story, and Subway's is no different. It all started when a promising young man by the name of Fred DeLuca approached a close family friend, Dr. Peter Buck. Fred, much like other students, has been stressing over his upcoming tuition fees and was hoping if Dr. Buck had any support to give. And surely he did. As the saying goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Instead of anything completely monetary, Dr. Buck handed him $1,000 in capital to start his own Subway sandwich shop. And thus, Pete's Super Submarines was born, and the rest is, well, it's a long journey ahead. Considering how Fred had no prior experience making Subway sandwiches, let alone handling a business, you would think that the business would crash and burn day one. Think again. With Dr. Buck's guidance, Fred was able to successfully manage the Subway sandwich shop to an early success. Of course, no journey is expected. Their success was sure to encounter problems at some point. Sales started to gradually decrease over time, and Subway had to think fast before it lost momentum with the masses. Their solution? Franchises. Subway saw the dwindling margins for their sandwich shop and did what any sensible business owner would do: push even harder. For some reason, Peter and Fred saw this as their chance to rapidly expand their number of stores. The rapid expansion worked in their favor until their many stores grew harder to manage. It was because of this hurdle that they finally decided to franchise their beloved Subway sandwich shop name to other aspiring entrepreneurs. Prime time. This success of Subway's franchising path would continue onwards until 2002, when Subway was officially considered to be the largest fast food chain in America, with their main selling point: fresh, healthy Subway sandwiches that are good for not just your body, but also your wallet. Unlike most other healthy options that were in the fast food industry at the time, Subway was actually delicious. Featuring lean deli cuts laid out on a toasted cheesy bread, each piece of the sandwich is placed in a way that ensures you get every fixin' on the sandwich in each bite. Subway's menu has every sandwich you could think of, from egg salad subs to their fan favorite spicy Italian sub. But the fun doesn't stop with just the meat. Oh no! Subway lets you add a touch of your own taste to your sandwich, letting you customize your sandwich's sauce, fixins, and even to the bread. Every time you order a Subway sandwich, a colorful arrangement of fresh vegetables and sauces are available for you to pick and choose from, making the entire process of ordering a sandwich a treat in itself. One of the best things that Subway had going for it was the introduction of their $5 footlong menu item, an absolute steal of a price for a 12-inch Subway sandwich. The sandwich was praised for being affordable, delicious, and healthy. This promo had customers flocking to Subway stores in hopes of getting their hands on a quick meal. Unfortunately for all of us, the $5 footlong wouldn't last long as the company eventually discontinued it in favor of profits. Although the $5 footlong was successful, it still wasn't the most successful promo run for a company. Subway's biggest and most successful promotion came from their monetary poster boy, Jared Fogle. Jared is a formerly obese spokesperson for Subway who claims that going on a Subway diet, or a diet where you only eat low-calorie meals from Subway, will lead you to lose weight just as he did. And oh boy, did people eat that story up. Jared was a hero to the weight loss community and immediately fit in with Subway's selling point of being a fresh and healthy alternative to fast food and burgers. Sadly, to the surprise of everyone, all the things that made Subway shine would slowly end up ruining the franchise from within. Controversy number 1. Franchising. The rapid expansion that once saved Subway soon showed itself to be what it truly is: a scam. Franchising for Subway was considerably cheap compared to all the other bigger fast food chains. But that's because the franchises itself were suboptimal. The franchise agreements between Subway and aspiring franchisees grossly favored Subway. As it turns out, once Subway got their hands on the franchising fee, you were pretty much on your own. The lack of locational guidelines for franchisors and the cheap franchising fee meant that there could be more than one Subway within walking distance of each other at all times, eating away at each other's profits. And if you thought you could bring that up with the head honchos of Subway, think again. It seems like the only thing that the franchise agreement wanted to protect was Subway itself. Things got so bad that even lawyers had to step in to review the franchising agreement, some even stating that it was the most biased and unfair franchising agreement they had ever seen. Subway franchises have used the success of the brand to bait franchisors in promising an equal amount of success, but that wasn't the only lie that they promised. Controversy number 2. Sandwich quality. In the sandwich industry, veggie freshness is the name of the game, and oh boy, Subway had been playing us for fools the whole time. Upset franchisors soon revealed the truth behind Subway's lies about health and sandwich quality. That's right, Subway's so-called fresh vegetables come in only once a week, which means, depending on what day of the week you come into a Subway, you may be eating week-old, refrozen lettuce with your cold cuts. If that's how they treat your veggies, I don't think I'll be able to stomach what they do with their meat. Thankfully, Subway has since seen the error of their ways and are now focusing on bringing back the freshness that they were once known for, hopefully without any strings attached. But no man has ever vouched for Subway's healthy and fresh qualities than Jared Fogle himself. Sadly, it turns out that Jared shined too bright, too fast. Controversy number 3. Jared Fumble. Jared Fogle has been the face of Subway long enough for him to be tied to the brand itself, which means that when his reputation took a nosedive, Subway came falling along with him. In 2015, Jared Fogle was imprisoned for illicit sexual conduct with a minor, a revelation that was so shocking and unexpected that it prompted Subway to rethink their marketing approach and drop Jared completely. Sadly for Subway, the damage had already been done, and a record number of franchises closed down in the years following his arrest. These rapid-fire controversies have left the company hurtling, especially when compared to their competitors. What once were the company's strengths soon turned into their own worst enemy, leaving the company in the dust of its other sandwich shop competitors. Luckily, this isn't the end for the beloved Subway sandwich franchise. The future of fresh. The loss of Subway's most famous marketing materials has made Subway look inward and go back to the very thing that made them famous in the first place. Simply, delicious Subway sandwiches made with only the freshest ingredients. This, of course, had to start with the revitalization of the franchises, each of which were provided with better guidelines and fresher produce. Each Subway-owned store was rebranded with a new look to revitalize their brand, and franchisors were given a $10,000 incentive towards store renovations if their store was performing well. Fresh vegetables were brought in daily now instead of the once-a-week deliveries of the past, being prepped and displayed in-store to ensure maximum freshness. This scrutiny when it comes to ingredients makes the fast food chain worthy of their new 2015 tagline, "Founded on Fresh." It just goes to show that no matter how far you fall, it isn't over till it's over. Subway faced multiple failures, and instead of kneeling over, it looked at these problems and decided to move on. Let's just hope they don't lose sight of their original vision this time. Fingers crossed. So, what was your favorite memory from Subway? Anything good? Anything bad? Hopefully you weren't one of the victims of Subway's old, wilted veggies. If you were, sound off in the comments.